Hey Capricorn, welcome to your reading. I'm starkidignited. So excited to have you here with me again. This will be a timeless reading, so whenever you catch the video is when you're meant to find it. But it will cover the next week to next month. So it is a general reading for the week, but the outcome can obviously take like a month or two depending on your own free will and timing. Okay, awesome. So let's get into it. I've done a Celtic cross spread with tarot for you. Now, in your current position, we have the Queen of Swords and the Three of Cups. What this tells me is you're in a very powerful intellectual energy right now. You've really gone through the stages of being a page, of being a knight, and now you're at the stage of being a queen. So it shows me that you're in touch with your emotions. You're able to still help others, but you're feeling pretty impatient as well. You want people to, kind of like meet you at your level. And then we also have in the current position the Three of Cups. So what you're doing feels very sacred to you right now. We can also see that there's a need for celebration, and that comes up further in the reading. So I think you're being challenged to really be around other people as well. You may have been in this more Queen of Swords mode where you're by yourself, you're making decisions, you're seeing things very clearly. But at the same time, there's a need for some emotional connection. Now we see the challenge here is the 10 of Wands. So you're feeling a little bit burdened down by something that you've got going on, whether this is a job, a relationship, an old way of being, something outdated that you've grown out of. And the encouragement again is to put the burden down. Let me just have a look. Yeah, so it really speaks of you might have been like in this very, as I said earlier, commanding energy, but it looks like you might have taken on too much. You're needing to delegate some of these tasks if you want to continue on, or lose risk in it all. So, or risk losing it all. There we go. So yeah, so you're in a very good position, but it just looks like there needs to be a bit of support that comes in at this time. Now, the energy leading up to this, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So what this tells me, and it's in the upright, so in the past you have done the inner work. You have gone and you've been told to, be more alone, and you've done that. You have tended your own garden. You've admired and appreciated the beauty around you, the things that are in the here and now that you have access to, and through that like willingness to be present and open with yourself, your garden has flourished. So you have all these gifts, and with Pentacles it's something in the physical or something that you can use to make money. So it looks like you're really ready to blossom from this garden, and it makes sense now with the current energy that you're confident about where you're going, and you feel it's sacred, it's special what you've grown, which is very Capricorn. We really cherish what we build. So, and then in the future upcoming energy, we have the Chariot. So this is taking charge of your destiny. So this is what the next step is. So we can see that need to kind of delegate some tasks. Like I see it as like focusing on high income tasks over low income tasks, or things that you don't want to do. So if there's things that take away from the sacred time that you're trying to put into your destiny and where you're going, then it's showing us now that you need to start delegating the little easier things. Get that support, emotional support around you, so that as you charge forward, this card really speaks of like needing to unite the positive and negative forces in us, like our shadow aspects, using them for positive, and using our positive aspects in alignment with both. So we're not ignoring either side. We are embracing all parts of ourselves. And that's what true power is, and that's how we get the chariot to go. So we can see that that is coming, but as we said, delegate. Now, in the above energy, so what you're ideally hoping for, what this goal is that's like consciously driving you, we have the Ten of Pentacles. So it's a very Capricorn card anyway, Taurus as well, and Virgo in this card. It shows someone who is in love with their service. They're loving to do the work that they're putting out there. It tells of great success and really earning your place in the sunshine. I see it as well like generational wealth, that just like wealthy, in control, granddad energy where like anyone can ask them for money and they just give it to them because like they're just so joyful with the amount that they have to give and everything that they've grown. They work because they love it. They don't retire. Like, it's that kind of energy that you're hoping to create right now and what you're trying to put out there. Now, in the below energy, so this is the subconscious drive and the feelings we have going on. We have the Devil. Now, there are two sides to these cards. We didn't get that side. So what that shows me is that the first thing with the Devil that we always have to consider is a serious self-examination. So why are we doing these things? Weeding out if there's any ego driving it, like, and what I mean by that is like doing it just for the attention, doing it just for the accolades, doing it just for the power that will come with being someone like that. Needing to really evaluate that, and if we have done that work and we can tell like what we're doing is from an unconditional loving place, then the Devil card can represent a different meaning where it's always about being chained to something, and we might actually be chained to something we are needing to escape, and our subconscious has said enough. We feel it in the undercurrent that it's just time to leave this past situation, this past thing that's been burdening you, weighing you down. In this card as well, it's pretty beautiful. The Devil's back is facing away, so it's kind of, and there's a lotus, so it's like spirit showing that like spiritual enlightenment is almost leading you out of this dark place, and there's an opportunity now to rise, and your subconscious and your feelings know this. It's also kind of like taking control of your addictions, bad habits, procrastination, just any ways that we limit and chain ourselves to a lower version of ourselves. This is what is driving the subconscious. So yes, make sure if you've been ignoring advice about like a relationship you need to leave, a job you need to leave, a home, an addiction, anything that's just like is getting in the way, there's a really big encouragement to do that. You're subconsciously ready. You've got so much good things coming in, and yeah, just make sure you're protecting yourself as well. The brighter your light shines, the more like it's just what is it, duality. It's like the brighter you are, the more negative you attract, because it's going to balance both energies. So just make sure that you're protecting yourself as well, and you're really trusting your intuition. Okay, so the next card, yes, the next card that we have is the advice card. So what advice there is given the current challenges and things of how to move forward. And we have the King of Cups. So this is someone who stays in their authority, but is so emotionally giving. I wouldn't say emotionally giving. So compassionate. So unconditionally loving. We're really being encouraged to live from the heart, not to doubt your own authority. So he's someone that can really see into people's intentions, perceive a lot that's not said. So the advice is to really trust your intuition, trust your emotions, trust the things that you're being told right now, because there's a reason you're feeling things, and to not let people take you out of your power. So know that you have done the work to get to embody this energy. And your advice is, yes, to stay the course, but yeah, keep your heart open. Okay, our next card we have, yes, okay, cool. So we've got the external influences. So these are things that we can't control, that are just happening in the situation right now while all this is going on for you. And we've got the Four of Wands. So this is really positive. I see this as like, this card depicts like that, like you can't have love without lust and lust without love. Like they're both needed to continue the cycle of each other. Same with like aggression and peace. Like it shows like a need to unite all forces kind of thing. So there might be kind of a resistance right now to that outside energy. Like there might be a lot of celebrating and having a lot of fun going around, and you might be thinking in a more like dutiful, I just saw 111, a more powerful commanding energy. And right now the energy outside is very positive and very passionate and successful, but it also might be like potentially drinking, a lot of celebrating, a lot of things that you might be trying to potentially protect yourself from. But what I see this as well as is like, find the right people to be around. Like you need to be celebrated. It looks like you've done a lot of work to get where you're going. You're trying to create something from such a beautiful heart space. You're doing the hard work and looking at yourself where you need to be where it needs to be looked at. You're assessing the things you need to assess. You're leaving behind things that don't serve you. You're unchaining yourselves. So let people celebrate you. Don't hide in a little hole as we love to do. Yes, it's very important that, yeah, I would say that like, yeah, be conscious of like what energies you're being around, but also look for the right energies to be around. Now, for your hopes and fears, we have the Ace of Wands. Oh, Ace of Swords. There we go. So what I see this as is you're really hoping for, like, this card is about like clarity, success, a brilliant new idea, like striving forward the truth. And so like I feel like you're really hoping and commanding the mental. Like I see it like very erect, but like the sword's very like straight up, showing like the energy is pointed. So I see that as you're envisioning the best outcome. You're trying to really hold that vision strongly, believing in your truth. We have so much like royal energy, and it's kind of like, as we said, taking that place in the sun, like knowing what you're striving for. And if you're having trouble with that, trying to really get into that energy, because remember, with the hopes and fears, we can this card can ensure the outcome of the reading, or it can kind of get in the way, which means that what we often hope, we often fear. So the fear that would come with this is that like people won't agree with your idea, that you know this vision that you have won't come true, but that everything in here is saying you've got this, it's assured. Good things are coming, but you need to hold the vision. You need to be clear in your thoughts and focused. And now for the final outcome card, we have the King of Pentacles. So this card talks about someone who is surrounded by abundance and beauty and like flowers and animals and just like all the beautiful, wonderful things this earth has to offer. But it also denotes someone who's done very well for themselves, who has put in the hard work. They have brick by brick created this incredible foundation and this beautiful thing that they can now relax, and they don't have to do anything. It speaks of someone who can give loans out, who would never judge the less fortunate, because they know that giving, the cycle of the abundance comes in cycles, and the joy of giving is a gift in itself. And I see that very much as like someone who's been on the bottom, who's had to take handouts, or like if someone's ever given you something that you really needed, like that you could not afford at all, it might be something as little as like petrol or like something like that. That like joy of receiving that gift, of knowing like that random person didn't have to do that, but maybe like I'm using the example, like they paid for your petrol or something and you couldn't afford it. Those kind of things like instill hope in someone, and it like creates a ripple effect for the rest of their lives, even if it's a small thing. So this king knows that he's learned that like it's a joy to give. He'll have boundaries. He's the king of pentacles, so pentacles, they know when to cut something off when it's being misused or abused, but they also just have this unconditional love and giving, and it looks like that is what's coming. Like following where you're at, following the advice of this reading, something incredible is being grown, something that will far outlast the king himself. So I think that's fantastic. Good job. We're going to get some advice cards now for your gorgeous selves, Capricorn. If you're enjoying this reading, please do donate. It's greatly appreciated. Otherwise, you can email me if you're wanting to know private readings. I will be setting up a subscription service to get to do extendeds. So if you think this reading is awesome and enjoyable, please join me for the extendeds next month. They will include more of a love reading, so more the people that you're connecting with, and whatever else would like to come through. So the key that Archangel Michael would like to give you is of courage and strength, a leap of faith. Archangel Michael hands you an energetic key. This sacred key blesses you with the gift of courage. Do not doubt what you're doing. I know it can be hard when we're alone and we're needing to go in and do all this work and we can't see the physical manifestation of it yet. But so much of it is coming in. A lot of it is coming in. It's just going to take you powerfully going after your destiny, taking charge of what you know is right. Is there any further Archangel Michael cards that would like to come out? Alrighty, we will now get an ocean card. Can we get any cards of advice for Capricorn? Is there any cards of advice for Capricorn that would like to go? Alright, so we have mutually beneficial venture with the clownfish. Got all the Nemos and Marlins around you. There is an extraordinary connection at the forefront of your life at this moment. Utilize this relationship to benefit everyone concerned. So for some of you, this is going to be an extraordinary spiritual connection that you're coming into, and you're able to utilize this intuition and inspiration and energy to help all these people around you. Whether it's spiritual or not, it could also just be that there is an extraordinary connection. There's been someone that you've met recently, there's been something that's been offered to you recently that has sparked all of this, that has made you have these snap realizations, and whatever's coming for you can help you and many other people. It's not selfish to go after this. It's not selfish to want it. I can see that there's a lot of love, and what you want for yourself, you're building for everyone else as well. So I think that's really beautiful. Okay, let's get... We'll get one final advice card. Now this is from the Aboriginal Spirit Oracle from Mel Brown. I live in Australia, so I just like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land, past, present and future, and that sovereignty has not been ceded in our country. And I thank all the elders and spiritual leaders and everyone in that community for everything they've done. All right. Can we please get one card of advice? Okay. We have two. Okay, Capricorn. Hopefully you're still with me. So your first card of advice is intuition. And the second card is Mother Goddess. So yeah, let your intuition nurture you. Let the earth nurture you. You might need to be getting out into nature, or somewhere you can just feel abundant, feel peaceful, feel joyful, feel like you don't have to protect your energy. You can just let it out and let it be free. Wherever that place is for you, it might be swimming, it might be exercise, dancing, seeing friends. Try and make sure there's some other people in there with you. Now I will read from the book for these last two cards, and then I'm going to love and leave you. I hope you have a wonderful week. So intuition is a state of awareness that can only come by knowing and trusting in yourself. You need to first notice, then trust the feelings, the sounds, the symbols, and the messages that come to you. They are not coincidences. Just take the time to find that inner place of reflection, and rest will come with ease. So there have been signs in your past that you have chosen to ignore, but here today you are faced with a challenge to make a decision. You instinctively know what the best plan is, but this is a difficult decision for you to make. You've forgotten to trust your instincts and intuition, but in making this decision, the universe will support you. You will find peace at last by simply making this decision, and as a result, you will find a renewed trust in your intuitive abilities. Your intuitive senses have long been ignored, and now it is the time to reclaim and trust your intuition. You will feel as though you are welcoming a new friend home. A sense of inner peace and reclaimed trust in yourself will find its way back into your life. I love how this just summarizes everything. And Mother Goddess. So Mother Goddess is known by many names, yet she stands above all. We are all born from her womb. The Mother Goddess is the keeper of wisdom and truth, and has the ability to create what she deems is necessary. She is our true mother and works only from a place of true unconditional love. She just simply is. This card represents your ability to see the universal picture, to see beyond the initial challenges. The Mother Goddess is not limited by time and space. She can see beyond today and tomorrow and look back into the past. You have the ability to see into the future and create what you need. You were born as a leader. You are looked upon as such, and for your courage and insight and your ability to be fair and just. Trust in your abilities to lead, for you have what it takes. You have earned the respect of your peers and your family. You often forget the power that comes with your role. It is time to step up once again and lead in the task that is at hand. So beautiful. So that definitely lets me know we're on the right track. Keep the faith, which is interesting. Leap of faith. Don't forget it. You're being encouraged. You know this. Earth signs, sometimes we just need a little encouragement. So I'm going to leave it there, Capricorn. Much love. As I said, if it resonated, please do consider donating, and I'll see you for the next one.